Alright guys, back again with another ISEE video. I wanted to give my thoughts on where ISEE might be coming into tomorrow. I did find something rather interesting that I will share with you guys. But before I get into that, I want to preface by saying I am not a financial advisor. None of the things I ever say in my videos or anywhere else is ever financial advice. So take everything with a grain of salt and come out and do your own research. So ISEE did finish on a very bullish day, closing in at 2.33% for the day. It closed at 21.49, where it did test intraday highs at 21.77. Very bullish day. I'm not going to be making this video too long. I just wanted to share you guys something I found over on the weekly real quick. So I drew these horizontal lines here between this trading range that it was trading in the past couple weeks into last year, 2 years ago actually, last year. So this is a trading range on the weekly that it's been trading in. I actually found this on Webull, which is really interesting. So as you can see here in this trading range, it had 1, 2, 3, and then a final breakout, right? So this is what's called an upside down breakout. And this happens when the price breaks out through the top of the trading range across high and lows. So you can see highs, you can see lows, and we got that breakout here, confirmation, right? We broke out, retested, and stayed above. So this pattern usually signals an explosive move over a period of days or weeks that potentially is incoming. So how far along that's going to be, that we don't know. So, but it does signal that a potential move, an explosive move to the upside is coming. So what is that potential expected move? So we could take possibly this touch point, bring it back here, second touch point where it touched the bottom of the trend, and then this possible breakout, right? And the expected move could be up to $40. So we'll leave it like that. This is the breakout here. So what are the signals that can potentially signal out this upside breakout that will make this a reliable strategy, right? So one of the things that I was reading is, for one, the breakout has, from a macro point of view, has to come out from a macro point of view. What I mean by that is if the breakout happens on the daily or the weekly, it's much more reliable. So the longer the trading range is, the more powerful the breakout. So this weekly is a long trading range. So we can expect an explosive move to the upside because it's on the macro, on especially the weekly. The second thing we have to look for is the moving averages. So if the 200-day moving average is above the price action by more than 50%, then the pattern can support this breakout. It's much more reliable. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It just means that if it is above 50% of the 200-day moving average, the price action, then it could potentially be an explosive move. So if we take our measuring tool here from, let's look at the green 200 EMA right here, where we closed today, it's around 90%. So that's above 50, and it's even higher if we take the 200 SMA, right? That's over like 180, 190, call it, percent. So that checks out. The third thing we look at is volume. A strong volume spike on the day of the breakout, which was, in this case, this wasn't the day, so we're using the weekly. A strong volume spike on the week of the breakout can indicate and support the potential for that breakout. So the volume spike should be above the average of the volume for the duration of the pattern. So usually, I know we had on like September, we had a crazy volume day of 198 million. And then following weeks after, we were trading in 28, 17, 22. So that breakout that happened last week was above the prior week's volume. So that supports that breakout. The following thing that needs to happen is that the volume during the pattern after the breakout should also be declining on average. So if we look, it is declining. We're only at 9 million volume. So that supports that third indicator that lets us know that this is potentially coming here and possibly breaking out explosively. So volume was higher than the prior weeks. confirms that breakout, and then the declining after the breakout also confirm a potential explosive move to the upside. So what is that potential move? That potential move could be anywhere between $27 is where I have a trading a level of resistance, and possibly if it gets over that, you could potentially look at this gap fill anywhere between 31.90 up to 37 or even $40. So we just have to look at the option chain. You know that the 22s and a half have for next week's expiration does have a lot of open interest, as well as the 25s have a lot of open interest for the October 21 and the December $25 strike price as well has a lot of open interest. So it could potentially gamma ramp, and we will see if that's going to play out. In order for this to play out, we need that explosive volume, which can happen either tomorrow, in the next days, next week. But the move looks like it wants to come, but we will have to patiently wait for that to happen. So that's all I have for you guys. I will be streaming tomorrow early in the morning. Yeah, we'll be streaming over on Twitch, so if you want the link to that, you can find it in the description box below. And if you like this type of content, please consider giving me a like, subscribing to the channel. It does help me out. So having said that, that's all I have for you guys. Have a good night and peace.